Welcome to part two of the mirror tabletop assembly. You should have your file saved as an assembly and have your three parts, your mirror over here, your tabletop base, and then your face over here. And we're going to start with kind of a basic assembly, and that is to put the mirror glass inside the mirror face. And when we do that, we actually have to tell the SolidWorks which things need to be mated. So we're going to click this tool up here. It's like a paper clip. It's called a mate. And it should open up a window on the left-hand side. And it'll give us some options on how we want the things to mate. So we're going to start with what we call a concentric mate, a circular mate. And we're going to tell it that we want this inside edge of the face to line up with the edge of the mirror. And notice now when it did that, it moved it over, but it actually put it behind that face because all it's doing is lining them up kind of in the horizontal, but we need to kind of line them up in both directions. So we're going to accept that mate. And then what we're going to do is create a new mate, which we call cosecant. And that mate needs to have two flat surfaces mated together. So we're going to have the face of the mirror, like the actual inside face, and we want it to be on the back face of the mirror itself. And when we do that, it forces it into that location. And we're going to accept that. And now what you should see, and it's going to be hard to tell that the mirror's in there, but you can kind of see that glossy glass surface. It's sitting inside that face. So give that a try. Pause the video if you need to, but that lines up our mirror itself with the face of the mirror. And now we're going to go ahead and put this face here, this whole big thing, into the slots that we need to in the tabletop. So similarly, because of the way these are notched as circles, we're going to do a concentric mate, and it's going to ask us, what are we mating? So let's take this, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in so it's easy for you to see and me to see. That little knob right there, and where we want that to sit is the back end of this little notch right there. So that lines them up in that kind of in that plane or that line, but it doesn't actually force them into each other. We're going to have to do that in a second. So you can kind of now see that. We're going to do one, and then we'll go ahead and click it, and we'll try the other side. So again, I'm going to select, and you definitely want a mouse for this knob right here. And I want that to go inside of this, or at least in the same line. And there we go. So I'm going to click out of this and get into a view that might make this easier to see. So now we can see that we have this kind of in that same line, but not really where we want it to be. If I move this over, I can kind of see that's how I want it. And to get that mate, I actually need to do a mate of the planes that exist. So I'm going to click my mate tool again. And you should see when you do that, let me get rid of what's in here. I do want this cosecant mate. And what I want is for, and I'm going to try and turn this into the right plane, so you can kind of see that. I want this right plane of the mirror base, so I can come over here and find my mirror base, and I want the right plane there, and notice that shows up in my box. And I want that to line up with the right plane of this face, so I have to find the face, not the glass, but the face, and I'm going to select that right plane. And now you should see both of them are in there, and I want these two things to line up. And so, oh, sorry, that's something else. So now I have these kind of set up like in that right plane. So let me go back to the front. So now we kind of have this nice mirror set up this way. And we also need to see what happens when we rotate it. So I'm going to get out of the mating tool again just to show you this. So if I click on this, notice it rotates all the way around. That's probably not going to work. So I'm going to put it back in the position I want. And I'm going to apply a one second. So I'm going to apply an advanced mate technique here. And I am certainly not the expert in this, but I can follow the directions that Professor Planberg has left. So I'm going to click the mate tool again. And I'm going to go to advanced. So there's an advanced tab up here. And you can see that it offers me up some different things. And what I really want for this is the front planes. So this all opened up for me now. Come down to your mirror face and find the front plane of that. Oh, sorry, we're going to click on this tool here. And I want to grab the mirror face front plane. It's giving me a hard time up here. Mirror face. It could be my computer's uncooperative. So let me pause this really quickly and come back. Okay, I'm back. I just needed to get it back out and get back in. And now you can see up here, I've clicked the front base of the mirror base, the front plane of that. And now I'm going to come down to the mirror face and also select the front plane. And I want to give it kind of this default and minimum amount of rotation, because generally we don't have it straight up and down, we kind of have it on an angle, so that's going to be a 20-degree angle. And then I have to tell it what's the maximum angle I'm going to allow it to rotate. And I'm going to give it a 160, and I'm going to leave 20 as the minimum. I'm not going to say 0. I think if you did 0, you'd see that it sits straight up and down, but doing that kind of gives it a more realistic feel by limiting that angle. And there you go. That is what's involved in your assembly, and you should now be able to see. I'm going to get out of this mating tool here so you can kind of see what I have on my side down here. And I'm going to try and minimize this so you can see my mates. These are the mates that I have, and when I click on my part, I can rotate it. But I have like limited rotation now, and it kind of like flips back around. It says, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. So there it is. That is your final mirror assembly. We're going to do some simpler assemblies, but for your final project that hopefully you can follow those directions and ask if you get stuck. Make sure that you save this assembly, and you can turn it in as an STL and turn it in as an assembly part.